a Marxist tribute to the lost cause of the Confederate States of America. When General Robert E. Lee surrendered to the butcher Ulysses S. Grant in April of 1865, the hope for a socialist society in the Americas during the 19th century was dashed. The capitalist North had cemented its hegemony over the anti-capitalist rebellion and revolution of the South. What was truly lost in the war between the states was not merely a political struggle, but a class struggle. The triumph of industrial capitalism over a more agrarian, proletarian society. While Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels made a grave error in supporting the federal Union government of the tyrant Abraham Lincoln, their dialectical materialist method still provides a useful framework for understanding why true socialists should also be Confederates. Beneath the popular narrative of slavery and moral righteousness, the Civil War was at its core a struggle between two competing economic systems, the capitalist North and the proletarian South. The common claim that slavery was the primary cause of the war oversimplifies the reality. While a peculiar, undesirable institution, slavery was not the dominant economic concern for most Southerners. Only 5% of the Southern population owned slaves, hardly a widespread slave aristocracy. The vast majority of Confederate soldiers, both volunteers and conscripts, were poor farmers and working-class men defending their newly founded nation from Northern aggression. They fought not as elites seeking to preserve privilege, but as ordinary men resisting the encroachment of Wall Street-backed industrial capitalism. This stands in stark contrast to the Union Army, a force bankrolled by Northern financiers and dominated by an effete class of dishonorable city dwellers. Billy Yank, the typical Union soldier, lacked the fighting prowess and spirit of the good old rebels of the CSA. Despite their numerical and material advantages, the Union forces repeatedly blundered their way through the war, only securing victory through overwhelming industrial might rather than martial skill. Through Marx's own methodology, the revolutionary must ultimately side with the working class against the interests of their capitalist overlords. Had the South succeeded in securing its independence, the proletariat of the nations of North America could have taken a different course, one that may have led to the establishment of true communism in the region. Instead, the War of Northern Aggression saw the obliteration of this potential alternative, ensuring the entrenchment of capitalist hegemony for generations to come. The Union's victory was not one of justice, but of brute force. The horrors unleashed by Grant and Sherman, with their campaigns of terror and destruction, crushed the South into submission. The aftermath of the war saw not just the devastation of Southern lands, but the complete erasure of its revolutionary potential. Even today, the bourgeois victors celebrate their counter-revolutionary triumph. The tyrant Lincoln and Butcher Grant are enshrined on American currency. A literal temple to Lincoln towers over Washington, while monuments to the Southern cause are systematically torn down. Yet true Marxists, true patriotic socialists, will never forget the bravery of those who sacrificed everything so that a workers' state might arise in the Americas. The names of Jackson, Forrest, and Lee will forever echo in the pantheon of great revolutionaries. Though the South may have fallen, its struggle against capitalist domination remains an inspiration for those who continue to resist imperialist oppression.